Well, back by unpopular demand is another vlog video. Hello everybody, welcome to and welcome back to my channel. Book Time with Elvis with me, Mark. And also actually with Elvis, though you can't see him, he's literally by my feet as we speak. So, you know, I can't really move the camera to show you, but yeah, we're just grappling with the rather warm weather, as you can tell. I mean, it's only just gone 7 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, we were outside walking and the sun was beating down because, you know, obviously the sun changes direction during the day, and where we happened to be at that time was like really bright and blinding and all that kind of stuff. But as I said, we've got another vlog video, and hopefully this is one I can do in a day. Now, it is Friday and I do have work, but I've only got one lesson because we're heading towards the end of the school year, and we've got school trips on, and just by unhappy coincidence, the lessons I would normally have today are the classes that are on a school trip, on a field trip. So yeah, so I might be able to get this done. And plus it's only about 112 pages long, the book. Now you might know from watching my last video what book it's going to be, but if you don't, it's going to be this one here. It's a Larry and Stretch novel, The Lawless Miles by Marshall Grover. So, I'm sure you're absolutely just on tenterhooks about hearing me read the synopsis, or at least a part, probably it's a snippet from the book, on the back here, you know, in my wonderful Western accent. So, shall we give it a go? A rifle shot in northern Colorado sorry, was the start of another violent adventure for Harry and Stretch, the invincible Lone Star Hellions. They rode a trail 30 years old in their search for the heir to the Woodridge fortune. The missing man had become anonymous, and with every passing day there were more dangers to be faced, more battles to be fought. Here is a hard-hitting Western in the best Larry and Stretch tradition, with the West's toughest hellraisers trading shot for shot with the lawless breed. So there we go. It's exciting, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Well, we're going to start it. You can see it's a mammoth. So I do like these coloured pages, though. It's kind of fun. Is it actually divided up into chapters? I'm not sure. It's so short. I mean, I love the way that it says that it's complete and unabridged, which I would hope at 112 pages it wouldn't need to be abridged, but there you go. So maybe, yeah, I mean, it is split into chapters, so that's cool. That's cool. The first one is called Texans Stick Together. Well, I'm sure Randy Ray could tell us whether or not that's true, eh? Although that's not really a Texas accent, is it? Howdy, y'all. Texans stick together. Maybe something like that. So let me read the first, I don't know, couple of lines for you, because I know you can't wait. I got $10, offered Stretch Emerson. That says I can hit one of them buzzards from here with a Winchester. I always was a surer shot than you. I don't know if I can do multiple voices, though. $10? Larry Valentine reminded him. Is your whole bankroll? Makes no never mind, shrugged Stretch. I can do it. You got a bet, said Larry. Cool your saddle and give it a try. Cool my saddle nothin'. The taller Texan was in a bragging mood. I can drop him on the run. Shoot it on the move? Frowned Larry. Easy now, big fella. You ain't that sure a shot. Okay, I'm going to put you all of you out of your misery now as I proceed to read chapter the first in The Lawless Miles. I don't know if I can really get a good position here. Yeah, there we go. So I want you to see that I'm reading something. Otherwise it'd be boring if you just see me going like that.
Tales of the wild frontier. In June on the range, it's the best time of year. So grab your books, let the stories unfold in the heart of the West, where the legend...
Okay, it seems pretty good. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of kind of funny expressions and classic Western tropes. Oh, I hate that word. Expressions within the first few pages alone. Things like "doggone it," and stuff like that, which kind of cracked me up as I was reading it. But yeah, seems like it's going to be interesting. Get obviously introduced to the two main characters. I'm not sure which book this is. I think it's quite a big series, so it might be. It's certainly not book 1. Maybe it's book 8 or something. I can't remember. I did look it up once, but yeah. No, it looks like it's going to be exciting. I'll be back. I'll be back for the last chapter and then kind of fill up, hopefully, with stuff throughout my day. But I'll let you know, give you progress reports as we go through the video, because I'm sure you're waited on the edge of your seats for those, aren't you? So there we have it. I'll check in soon. Well, sadly, things didn't work out as planned, and it took me more than 10 days to finish this little book. So, I'm a bit embarrassed, but it was more to do with the distractions of the end of school, which you can see after this little segment, I suppose, some of them that caused that, and then the kind of just unwillingness to actually just pick up anything to read and more watching stuff instead. But I did finally get it done, and it was, well, you'll find out later on when I continue or do the wrap up of June on the Range. So yeah, I'll be back after this. Don't you worry.
Tales of the wild frontier. In June on the range, it's the best time of year. So grab your books, let the stories unfold in the heart of the West, where the legend...
Okay, so June on the Range has finally ended. I'm it's a great event. It really is. I'm quite sad that it's over, but it's been a blinder, perhaps not as good as I wanted it to be in terms of volume read, but I did get 6 books read and a short story on audio. And I'm just going to go through them briefly with you, but I'm not going to keep you too long because I know you've got things to do. The first book I read was Louis L'Amour's Down the Long Hills. So I was glad to get in a L'Amour or 2. Well, actually 3, because the short story I listened to was also Louis L'Amour, and there's another one coming up. This was a really fun story about 2 children who found themselves victims of a raid by Indians, and they had to kind of make their way to safety and meet up with the boy's father. The boy and girl, they're not from the same family, but you'll know that when you read it. And it was great fun. Recommended, definitely. There we go. And then next up, I had 2 books that I wanted to read for my Patreon book club, and we started off first with The Oxbow Incident by Walter Van Tilburg Clark. Also highly recommended. Bit of a slow burn, but well worth sticking with, and had a great, if somewhat traumatizing ending. So yeah, definitely give that a go. It's a Western of a different bent, let's say. Okay. And then a reread for me was Charles Portis's True Grit, which I read or reread or listened for the first time, because I did so in conjunction with the audiobook that was read by said Donna Tartt, who writes the introduction to this edition, and that was great as well. I know some people have mixed feelings about the audiobook, maybe, even though I thought it was really good. And yeah, it's I suppose it's more to do with like maybe Rooster Cogburn should have a more manly voice, if I can say that. But other than that, it was excellent. But yeah, so that was that. And then I came up with another Louis L'Amour, which was over on the dry side, and it was probably my favourite of the books I read for June on the Range. It's kind of a revenge story / murder mystery, such lost treasure, literary mystery, all packed into this little book. And it was my favourite of the ones I read, even though probably True Grit's my favourite of all time, maybe, let's say. But yeah, however, along came this one, which I've just shown you. And it was great fun. It was really fun. And that to me makes it the winner. The funness of it. When I actually was able to sit down and read this tiny 112-page book, it was just charming and funny and a great story, and a great Larry and Stretch are just a great duo. So thoroughly recommend checking them out next year if you get a chance. And as you can see, they're not very long books at all. And I'm certainly going to embark on trying to find some more Larry and Stretch books ready for June on the Range next year. So there we have it. That's June on the Range. At least 5 books done. Well, audio. Yeah, you know, doesn't matter. Does it? Doesn't matter. No. Not as many as I wanted to do, not as many as I planned to do, but still, it's done. And now we move on to other things. I'm going to leave you with just a video clip of my charming bus journey yesterday, which will actually form the basis of this week's Letters from Bohemia, if anybody is still up for watching those, because it was quite funny, and what happened, and a bit more lightweight than last week's edition. And so there we have it. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you if you took part in June on the Range. That wonderful event started, of course, by Michael K. Vaughan and hosted by a whole plethora of other wonderful co-hosts, of which I count myself extremely lucky to be part of. So, partners, we'll see y'all next year, and I will see you, of course, very soon in my next videos. Bye for now.